Hello tennis fans around the world. Welcome back to our channel today. We're discussing a topic that's been buzzing in the tennis community. Novak Djokovic's 9-word message, after losing to World 204, speaks volumes. Before we dive into this exciting topic, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and turn on notification so you won't miss any of our future videos. After the final Grand Slam event of the year at the U.S. Open last month, several of the biggest names in tennis decided to participate in the Shanghai Masters. Following the qualifying matches, the early games in the tournament got underway last week, with top seeds like Djokovic and world number 2 Jannik Sinner joining later in the round of 64. Djokovic picked up comfortable wins over each of his early opponents, making it to a semi-final against world no. 204 Valentin Vachero on Saturday morning. But things didn't go exactly to plan for Djokovic, as he ended up losing the match before sending a clear message to his opponent ahead of his meeting with Arthur Rinderknecht in the final. Vachero continued his already impressive run through the Shanghai Masters as he beat an injured Djokovic 6-3, 6-4 in his first match against a top 5 opponent, becoming the lowest-ranked Masters 1000 finalist. The Monegasque player made the most of the situation he found himself in, as Djokovic appeared to struggle with his left gluteal muscle almost as soon as the match began. In his run to the final, Vachero, who entered qualifying for the competition as the second lowest direct entrant, has picked up wins over no 14 seed Alexander Bublik, 10th seed Holger Rune, the 10th seed, and of course Djokovic, who was the 4th seed. And it appears that Djokovic is just as impressed as everyone else at Vachero's spectacular story in Shanghai, as he had nothing but good things to say to his opponent following the shock result. "You deserve it. You played unbelievable. Keep it going," he told the 26-year-old after the match. Replying, Vachero said, "Such a pleasure to play at least once against you. Don't retire." Speaking on court after the win, the youngster added, "This is just crazy. It was an hour and 40 minutes of pure joy, even though not many people wanted me to keep going. He's really appreciated here. I got a bit lost in all his titles when they were announcing him, but it was an unreal experience." Djokovic had been attempting to become the oldest Masters 1000 champion, having already become the oldest quarter-finalist at this level. But at 38 years old, it's clear that his body got the better of him, leaving Vachero with the chance of making history and beating Rinderknecht in the final on Sunday morning. Novak Djokovic has raised concerns after delivering a worrying update following multiple incidents in Shanghai. This week, Djokovic, 38, is looking to win the ATP 1000 event in Shanghai, China. With Carlos Alcaraz deciding to skip the tournament and Jannik Sinner forced to retire due to cramp, Djokovic has a big chance to win his first Masters 1000 title in almost 2 years. Earlier in the tournament, Djokovic was spotted throwing up on multiple occasions against Yannick Hanfmann and Jaume Munar. The Serbian was struggling due to the weather conditions in Shanghai, with humidity levels reaching close to the 80% mark during the week. During his win over Munar, Djokovic was seen lying flat on his back on the court immediately after dropping the second set. After getting his vitals checked by the doctor, Djokovic dug deep to seal a hard-fought victory. On Thursday, the 24-time Grand Slam champion advanced to the semi-finals after beating Zizou Bergs. Speaking after the match, Djokovic stated that something was happening with the body in every match he has played. He said, "I assure you it wasn't easy. No win is easy at this level. Zizou Bergs has been playing some terrific tennis this tournament. I think it would be disrespectful towards him to say it was easy. It was a tough-earned victory in 2 sets. My leg was good. There's always something happening with the body pretty much every match that I play right now. There's some other issues that I'm trying to address day by day, and hopefully it's going to get better as the tournament progresses." Djokovic added, "I have a day off to my semi-final, so that's really good. Yeah, I'm going to come back with, of course, the right attitude and intention to win." On Saturday, Djokovic will take on world number 204, Valentin Vachero, who beat the likes of Holger Rune, Thomas Mahak, and Alexander Bublik in previous rounds. The governing body of men's tennis, ATP, released a statement after Rune urged them to take action regarding the playing conditions earlier this week. It read, "Under ATP rules, decisions regarding the suspension of play due to weather conditions, including extreme heat, lie with the on-site ATP supervisor, in coordination with on-site medical teams and local authorities. In parallel, the ATP Medical Services team implements several measures in cases of extreme heat to help protect player health during competition. This remains under active review and additional measures, including the implementation of an official heat policy, are currently being evaluated in consultation with players, tournaments, and medical experts. Player safety remains a top priority for the ATP. ATP bosses have been urged to introduce a major rule change following drama at the Shanghai Masters. Novak Djokovic overcame injury problems and a health scare to advance to the quarterfinals, where he will face Zizou Bergs. The Serbian defeated Jaume Munar 6-3, 5-7, 6-2, but his victory was far from straightforward. After taking the first set, he struggled throughout the second and even fell to the floor following a long rally. He was helped to his chair by medical staff, who checked his blood pressure before he returned to the court to take the victory. The 38-year-old has endured a tough start to the tournament, having thrown up in the previous round against Yannick Hanfmann. That match had been played in tough conditions, as temperatures exceeded 30 degrees and the humidity reached 80%. Although conditions were not as brutal against Munar, Djokovic admitted the environment continued to pose a challenge for players on court. Djokovic said, "It's same for every player out on the court, but it's brutal. It's brutal when you have over 80% of humidity day after day, particularly for the guys when they're playing during the day with heat. With sun, it's even more brutal. For me, biologically, it's a bit more challenging to deal with it. But I had to really weather the storm today." Yannick played an incredible match from the beginning. The tough conditions in Shanghai have prompted some of the game's biggest stars to call for a change, with world number 11 Holger Rune among them. Rune, who has also reached the quarterfinals, suggested that the ATP Tour should introduce a heat rule similar to those in place at Grand Slam events. At the Grand Slams, heat rules are designed to protect players from extreme conditions. They may allow matches to be suspended or players to be given extended breaks. It is most commonly used at the Australian Open, who have also introduced a heat stress scale to grade the severity of the conditions. After his last 16 victory in Shanghai, Rune explained, "I think there should be a heat rule like there are in the Grand Slam. I think every player would agree on that. Today was better, today was less hot. But again, it was less hot. But if it was more normal temperature today would be very hot. I think it was like 31 degrees and very humid. But compared to the other days, it was pretty brutal. So I think there should be some kind of rule. We can handle a certain amount of heat because, we are fit. We're strong. We're mentally strong as well, but there's always a limit.